Hi friends! Okay, so today we're going to do some math stories together. So I need you to go grab a few materials. I need you to go grab your adding board. I need you to go grab your math storyboard. It's another orange sheet of paper. Your marker, your whiteboard marker and sock. And you'll need your erasers, okay? If you want to grab your strategy guide, you can too. I'm going to just review some of the strategies we've learned for adding before we start our math stories together. So press pause, grab your materials, and come on back. So kindergartners, we've been learning about adding. Do you remember what adding is? That means to put together. So we do part, put together, whole new number, bigger number. And we've learned some strategies to help us add. We've learned to use counters. Today we're going to use one of our counters. We're going to be using our animal erasers again. But you can use cubes, you can use beans, you can use anything as a counter as long as it's two different colors or it's two different things. We've also learned how to use a part, whole as a strategy. We have our circles, part, put together, whole new number, and sometimes you might see it as a square. And then last week, we learned how to draw pictures and use that as an adding strategy. Today, we are going to be making math stories, and we're going to actually use our erasers, our animal erasers as counters to help us. Later this week, we'll start using pictures, but today we're going to use our animal erasers. So, first things first, we have our board here, and we have our erasers. We need to pull our equation, and just like we did last week, I'm going to pull a domino for us. You don't need to pull a domino. I'm going to pull one for us. So, I'm going to pull one out, and here it is. All right, I'm going to need to fill in my number sentence, my equation, and my math language before we start. So I'm going to look at my first half of my domino. My first part is what, kindergartners? 6. If you're not sure that's 6, you can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my first part is 6. And then my next part is going to be, do you know what? Can you subadize that? 3. 1, 2, 3. So now I can read my equation and my math sentence. 6 plus 3 equals or 6 and 3 makes Now today we're going to do it on our map with our erasers, and then we're going to add the next step of making it into a math story. Okay, so let's do our adding first. Let's get our animal erasers. I have giraffes and hippos. You have different ones. I want you to get 6 of one of your animals. So I'm going to put 6 giraffes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whoops, upside down, 6. Those are my 6 giraffes at the zoo. I saw them. And then I want to add, how many more hippos? 3. So first I saw the giraffes at the zoo, and then I saw 3 hippos. So this is 6 and 3. Okay, do you guys know what we need to do? If I have my 2 groups, if we're going to add, we need to put them together. So I'm going to draw my circle around it. I'm putting them together, and now I'm going to see how many it is before I fill out my math story. So first I saw 6 giraffes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then some hippos. 7, 8, 9. 9 is my whole new number. Okay, so this is where we've normally stopped, but we have a second part today that's so fun. We are going to make our boards into math stories, math adding stories. So when I go over to my math story now, I'm going to read down here. There were, how many giraffes did we have? 6. And then giraffe. If you have a cow or a horse or a pig or a lion, you can either draw a little picture here or do the sounds you hear. I've been in kindergarten now over 100 days, so I'm going to try and stretch out giraffe. Giraffes. So there were 6 giraffes. Then I saw, how many? 3. And what are these? These are hippos. So I'm going to try and stretch that out. Hippos. Hippos. So there were 6 giraffes. Then I saw 3 hippos. There are things all together. So how many did we get all together when we went to the zoo to look at them? Ooh, 9. So now I'm going to go back and read the whole story with you. If you need to press pause, kindergartners, as you put in your part and you stretch out the word for the animal you have, please do that. There were 6 giraffes. Then I saw 3 hippos. There are 9 things all together. We just did a math story. All right, kindergartners, we're going to do one more together. So I'm going to erase my board. And I'm going to erase up here. Put all my animals to the side. And we're going to pull another domino. Okay. All right. Here's my next domino. I want to see, do you guys know what the first part is? All right, write it in your equation in your math language. I'm going to write mine in. That looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my first part. What's the second part of my math story today? Do you guys know what that is? Can your brain supersize it yet? That's a 5. And if you're not sure, you can count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is our next part. So let's read our number sentence in our equation. 4 plus 5 equals or 4 and 5 makes All right, now it's time to use our groups. We're going to use our counters up here and make our math story. So I went to the zoo and I saw 4 hippos. And then I saw how many giraffes? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I need to put them together. So I'm going to put a circle around it. And now I'm going to figure out how many things I saw in all at the zoo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I saw 9 again. Just a different way to make 9. All right, kindergartners, let's read our number sentence. 4 plus 5 equals 9. Or our math language, 4 and 5 makes 9. So now we're ready to fill in our math story. Make sure you're filling it in on your board because you're going to take a picture of your boards when we're done with this example together today. Okay. There were, Oh, what's our first part? 4, and what were mine called? Hippos. So I'm going to stretch that out. Hippos. There were 4 hippos. Then I saw 5 giraffes. Giraffes. There are how many animals altogether? 9 things all together. So I'm going to read it. There were 4 hippos. Then I saw 5 giraffes. There are 9 things all together. All right, kindergartners, do not erase your boards. I'd like you to take a picture of your adding board and your math story so we can see the work that you've been doing with us today. And if you want to challenge yourself, you could take a video when you do the picture and read us your math story.